What's up guys, Mike here, and it is happening. Not only is Carmelo Anthony going to the Los Angeles Lakers, but Malik Monk is signing with the Lakers too. And if you didn't see yesterday, the Lakers also made a ton of moves already this offseason. Now, I personally love both of these signings. We're going to get into that. I actually like the Malik Monk signing better, and I'll tell you why. And also in this video, we're going to go into the Lakers offseason so far as a whole. Because if you weren't paying attention to free agency last night, the Lakers have signed a ton of veteran talent at this point, and they are, in my opinion, at this point, the obvious favorite in the Western Conference. So with this video, we are going to start with Carmelo Anthony, then go into Malik Monk, and then go into the Lakers offseason as a whole. Before we jump into that though, I do want to say, please make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications if you haven't already. We did hit 1.7 million subscribers, which was the goal. I am giving away a PS5 or Xbox Series X on Thursday when part 3 of What If Kobe Bryant Went to College comes out. However, that does mean you still have time to enter that giveaway. Also, of course, please leave a like on this video. It helps out a ton with YouTube's algorithm. I appreciate all of your guys' support lately, and on top of all this, I am going live right now on my Laced Up podcast channel. Me, Flight Mike, and Get Like Coop are going to be reacting to all of the NBA free agency moves so far. The link to that will be in the description below, or it's going to be on a YouTube card on your screen right now. Please click that, check it out, come join the live stream, and let's talk about Carmelo Anthony. Now, with this move, Carmelo Anthony has the chance to change his legacy forever. And I know that sounds extreme, but it's true. Carmelo, in his prime, was one of the greatest scorers in the NBA. He was a top 10 player, but he is currently a future Hall of Famer that does not have a ring. And as we've seen when Shaq rags on Charles Barkley for not having a ring, winning a championship in the NBA matters. Now, I do understand that that is sometimes out of a player's control. Sometimes you have a guy like Damian Lillard, who is an awesome player, but his team just does not surround him with the talent needed to win a championship. With Carmelo Anthony, that was true at some points of his career. He could have left the Knicks at one point in order to pursue a ring, but whatever, that is in the past. Even if he does win a ring at this age, a ring is still a ring. Gary Payton was a Hall of Famer on the Seattle Supersonics. However, he won his championship with the Miami Heat, and he's an NBA champion forever. Same thing with Jason Kidd on the New Jersey Nets. He won his championship with the Dallas Mavericks. There are a bunch of examples of this. Carmelo Anthony now has a chance to not only win a championship ring, but be a big contributor on this Los Angeles Lakers team. Because sure, at this point in his career, Carmelo Anthony is not a top 10 player. He is not even going to be a starter for the Lakers, but what he is going to be is a solid role player that you can depend on offensively. Because as we've seen with the Portland Trail Blazers in the last 2 seasons, in 2020, Melo was a starter for the Blazers, and he averaged 15.4 points per game and shot around 39% from 3 that season, which was pretty big. But last season, Melo off the bench in just 24.5 minutes per game averaged 13.4 points and shot 41% from 3. That is huge. The Lakers need floor spacers. They've got Russ, they've got LeBron, they've got Anthony Davis. This team needs shooters, and Carmelo Anthony is exactly that at this point in his career. The man has always been a walking bucket. He could always score, but fun fact here, in the 2021 season, he shot the highest percentage he has ever shot from the 3-point line. And guys, I can already see into the future here. I'm sure we all can. Defenses are going to be keyed in on Russell Westbrook. They're going to be keyed in on LeBron James and Anthony Davis. That means that guys like Carmelo Anthony are going to be left wide open in the corner quite a bit. The fact that Melo has developed his game and become a great shooter from deep is so big for him. It's going to open up the Lakers offense in some great ways. Either Melo's going to get a bunch of wide open shots this season, or defenders are just not going to be able to help, and Russ and LeBron are going to get some easy drives to the basket. I also think the rise in Carmelo Anthony's 3-point shooting ability is the reason why LeBron is finally choosing to pair up with him. Because I'm just going to be completely honest here, guys. Melo has been signed to a veteran minimum contract since 2019. That means for the last 3 seasons, if LeBron wanted Carmelo Anthony on his team, he would have been there. Personally, I think LeBron was a little wary of Carmelo Anthony's ball stopper reputation, but I give all the credit to the world to Melo. He has developed his game. He is able to play the power forward in the NBA right now. I think this is just going to be a great fit, because with the Lakers, Melo, yes, is going to be expected to knock down shots. He's going to be expected to have some kind of offensive output. However, in the regular season and in the playoffs, he's really only going to also be expected to play around 20 minutes a night. The burden of the offense for the Los Angeles Lakers is going to fall on Russ's shoulders, LeBron's shoulders, Anthony Davis's shoulders. Any kind of pressure at all is basically off of Melo at this point. He's just going to be able to play his game, and the man is an NBA vet. Like I said, he's always been a bucket. He has tons of playoff experience, and looking at the 2021 playoffs, I think we can see a pretty good indication of what Melo can give the Lakers. Melo shot 6 for 12, 4 for 8 from 3, and scored 18 points in just 22 minutes. Then in game 3, we had a 5 for 12 shooting performance, 4 for 8 from 3, and 17 points, that time in just 26 minutes. And in game 6, the series closer, Melo shot 5 for 9, 1 for 3 from 3, and finished with 14 points points in just 23 minutes. What I'm saying here is that even in the playoffs, Melo is able to score efficiently in a short amount of time. I love this for the Lakers, and I'm just so excited to finally see LeBron and Carmelo Anthony share a court together. While Melo technically is not a part of the banana boat crew, I guess, because he wasn't actually on the banana boat, Melo certainly is still a part of that crew. When those pictures were taken, Dwayne Wade actually posted on Instagram that Wade, LeBron, Melo, and Chris Paul were a brotherhood. So while LeBron and Dwayne Wade did not exactly work out with the Cavaliers, I think LeBron and Melo are going to work out with the Lakers. Now, as for Malik Monk, I'm not exactly sure what deal he is signing with the Lakers as of right now. However, what I do want to say is I think this signing is awesome. As NBA free agency began, we heard a lot of rumors about Buddy Hield potentially going to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I do think Buddy Hield is a better player than Malik Monk right now. However, the fact that the Lakers were able to get Russell Westbrook and then get Malik Monk on top of that, I think is an absolute game changer, and I think is an awesome move by their front office. The reason I believe this is I think that last season, Malik Monk actually became kind of a sleeper player on the Charlotte Hornets. No one really talked about him. I think a lot of people kind of wrote him off because in his first 2 seasons, he only averaged 6.7 points per game as a rookie, then 8.9 points per game as a sophomore. But guys, just listen to his stats in his 4th year. This year, Malik averaged 11.7 points per game, 2.4 rebounds, 2.1 assists per game. He shot around 44% from the field and 40% from 3 and made 2 3-pointers a night. Now, those stats might seem kind of underwhelming. I guess they definitely are good bench stats, but that is the thing here. Malik Monk was a bench player. He only averaged 20.9 minutes per game, and he still put up those numbers. His per 36 numbers are actually really good. Per 36 minutes, he averaged 20.1 points per game, 3.6 assists, 4.1 rebounds, and made 3.5 3-pointers a night. So I think this is awesome for the Lakers because they are not only getting a young player here, but they are getting the perfect young player for their system. They need shooters desperately. They just got one with Carmelo Anthony. We just talked about that, but getting Malik Monk is huge in my eyes. Also, side note, as I'm looking at his basketball reference, did you know that his nickname is God of Dunk? I did not either, and I don't know why it is God of Dunk. But anyway, Malik next season is only going to turn 24 years old. If there's one thing the Lakers desperately need on their roster, it is a little bit of youth to help them for the future. Yes, they have Taylor Horton-Tucker. Presumably they're going to keep him, but now they're also adding another young guy in Malik Monk, who, if the Lakers were able to sign him in free agency, again, I don't have the full contract details in front of me because they have not been released yet, but I've got to assume that the contract is pretty small because the Lakers don't have the cap space to make a big move at this point. Now, I'm just going to straight up say I am confused why the Charlotte Hornets did not play Malik Monk more this season, because digging into his on-court, off-court stats, when Malik was on the court in his 879 minutes played, the Hornets had an offensive rating of 112.1 compared to 110.8 when he was off the court. Then on defense, Malik was also a positive asset, as opponents had an offensive rating of 111.6 when he was on the court compared to 103.9 when he was off the court. I guess he just really did not fit what the Hornets were trying to do. They were playing Devontae Graham last season. They were, of course, trying to showcase LaMelo Ball as much as possible and get him as much reps as possible because LaMelo is their future. They're hoping that he's going to become an NBA superstar. The Hornets also had a bunch of other guards, including Terry Rozier, and now, while Devontae Graham is gone, they did just draft Book Knight, so the guard situation in Charlotte was definitely overwhelming. But in Los Angeles, I think Malik is going to find a great home. I think that this is going to be awesome for him. I think that playing for the Lakers is going to increase his value exponentially, and I think this group of veterans is really going to help him play basketball the right way on and off the court. And so with that in mind, let's talk about the veterans the Lakers have got. So I'm going to say huge shout out to the Lakers just for getting a ton of veteran talent here. We've got Dwight Howard as a backup center. We've got Trevor Ariza, Wayne Ellington, Kent Bazemore. Basically, what we're seeing is the Lakers overload on veteran guys. These guys are going to come in with a ton of playoff experience, and they all know that the goal is simple and very obvious. It's just win a championship or bust. LeBron is only getting older and older every day. His championship window is closing, let's just be honest, with players that not only are going to know their roles, but also know how to win. You're not looking forward 3, 4, 5 seasons in the future. You're not even looking 2 seasons in the future. You are looking at next season. You are marking that as the season that you are going to win an NBA championship. All of these guys know what they're here to do, and I think that there's a strong possibility that the Lakers pull it off. I'm going to just assume that if everyone does stay healthy, the Lakers and the Nets are going to meet in the NBA Finals. Maybe I'll be surprised. So guys, there we have it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, I'm live streaming right now on my Laced Up podcast channel. Please click the link in the description. Come check it out. Come talk to me. Let's talk about NBA free agency so far. Also, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. And if you could leave a like, that helps out a ton with YouTube's algorithm, and I would appreciate it a lot. Thank you guys for all your support recently. You have been truly truly great. If you're already subscribed, thank you for being awesome. You already know it. And as always, have an awesome day, guys, and cue that music. If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. Make sure to click on one of them. Again, I know you're gonna love it. And other than that, have a great day and peace.